Dead out here.
¿Cómo estás, señores? ¿Estou bem? Sorry, estão bem? Gotta make sure I get my Portuguese right. So, title of today's show is about it's actually another YouTube channel that I recommend to you guys. I just sent one of the videos to Michael Nolan. It's titled, You Know You're Dating, like they substitute the different countries. An Irish woman win. You know you're dating a Brazilian woman win. Now, for some reason, the world doesn't notice Portugal. They don't have anything for Portuguese girls. They have got the Russian one. I just watched the Danish one. I haven't watched, you got to feed the cat outside, that stray cat. I haven't watched the English one. Or not the English one, but the Israeli one. But I've been watching a bunch of them. And they're kind of funny. I'm going to share one with you. I believe it's Anglo-Canadian. The reason why I want to share this with you fellas is because as I talk and teach, I teach from eye contact, right? But apparently Canadian women, they're not going to return it as much. And just like with the Colombian woman, she said you only get one chance. So I believe in that because that will cut out you weak males. If you need a woman to throw a brick at your head, you're a weak male. If you need to stack evidence, as one fella way back in 2001 was putting out his pimposophies, stacking evidence, you're a weak man. Okay? It should be just, she should give you one set of eye contact. That should, no more than that. Your confidence should be enough to where you step over to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. But some of these males, they need to get, you know, surety. I got to make sure she's really into me, that she worships my feet. Weak. That's weakness in your manhood. Now, let's watch this scene here. Remember how I told you fellas, they always, when they put a black guy in a scene, they make him sexually unattractive to the main character, to the white guy? Watch this. And now if you're Caucasian, I want you to pay attention to this part also. That's what they do. I have no sound because I don't want some bullshit. There the black guy is. Little bitty guy. She, look, see? She gave it a look. That's all that's gonna be, she gave it twice. Now, they say, forget everything you've learned. Don't expect to get much in terms of eye contact or green light in Canada. I found that not to be true. I went to Canada. See how the little guy is? He's weak. Now he's stepping over. Kind of sloppy, man. What the fuck? They're talking. So he actually stepped over. He stood there. I think that's weak to stand there for a while. As I'm trying to tell you fellas, as soon as you see the green light, the eye contact, step over and see if there's further interest. Now, she may just think that you're good looking. Okay? Her friend scared him off. Flirtation and showing interest is not very common in Canada. Be prepared to be confused as to whether or not she is actually interested. These girls can't dance either. Like the white girls in America, well, she's doing a body roll. That's cool. Sex appeal can be quite a bit exaggerated. Quite a bit exaggerated. Girls' night out are all about it. I highly recommend this channel. It's enjoyable to watch. It's called Dating Beyond Borders. They have got a great channel. They've got a lot of different countries. And here they come. One thing I noticed when I was in Canada is that Asian group, they're tall. The males, females, they both were above average, what you would expect. The ones, I'm referring to ones that are born there or raised there. Canada is a mixture of other cultures, especially in Toronto, so don't presume anything. And he's got a date with Miss Sloppy. Nah, I shouldn't say slut. She got a big butt. That's all that counts to me. Shit, fuck that. You know, got to have a decent face, of course, but yeah. You feel me? I've never been to Toronto. I've been on the West Coast. Oops. Everybody's really polite. Welcome to Canada, where you apologize if you did, and you apologize if you don't. So, again, I recommend the channel. I'm not going to watch any more of it. I'll watch it at my own private time. So they don't use much eye contact there, or at least according to this video. I was in the clubs. I used eye contact as well. The guy I was working with, he used eye contact and got a dance. I'm on the West Coast, though. There was a woman that approached me at the bar while Jovino was out dancing with my client. And she ended up being, she asked me to guess what she was. I thought she was Greek. For some reason, I totally forgot about Native Canadians. I never thought of them. You know, Native Americans, I think about, but I just totally forgot about that group. Never even thought about natives being up there, in fact. As much research, you know, study, I know that tribes crossed over into that territory, but I just never thought about them. I never even thought about natives, except for going further up into Antarctica and Alaska, that group there. But I totally never thought about Indians or natives being in that country. But she ended up being a Native Canadian. Yeah, it's too bad I was with Jovina because she was cute. Okay, so eye contact is still valid. You still just got to be able to see it real quick, like I showed you. She gave two sets of eye contact, enough to warrant interest. Because he was giving her the eye contact, she returned it. And I don't recommend you guys forcing eye contact, because I forgot there's a lot of you guys that obsess on just the tens, and you just get your feelings hurt. I was listening to Karen Lee Potter. She was doing a live video yesterday, so I jumped on it. And she was talking about, you know, hot chicks aren't going to date down as well. I've been saying that for years, and I hate saying that shit. It just sounds so egotistical, but then it's like, it's so disappointing to the guys that just want to get hot chicks. But I personally don't think those types are superficial. They only want to date a girl that's smoking hot. And a lot of guys think that, okay, well, wouldn't you want to date? I mean, come on. No, there are other things that I care about more than if she's a dime. Been there. When I was teaching aerobics, been there. You know, the one chick that was a dime, she laid there like a stiff board. Another, she has so many guys on her. She had her own swimsuit calendar, and she's now with some famous dude in a band, rock band. But she was driving this is back in the 90s, an SUV. That's when SUVs are getting popular. That some guy gave her. So many dudes were, you know, hitting on her. She was sleeping with one of the kings. That level of goodness. And it's kind of boring. I think a lot of the hot chicks, because she did all these beauty contests in California, I think a lot of the hot chicks, they don't develop, some of them don't develop personalities, because they're told they're beautiful since the time they're 12 and growing up, start entering maturity. And when they're exceptionally beautiful, and like if there were such thing as Levins. So you guys who focus on these types of girls recognize there might be some personality issues going on there. See, the people on the internet, because they were dweebs in high school, they weren't the jocks on average, they weren't the popular kids, they want to date those guys, women they dated in high school. You know, the cheerleaders, the hottest chicks around. And they come on the internet with this superficial attitude. And if you're not dating the hottest chick around, then you're not dating. And that's one of the things that I didn't have. Yeah, I didn't date the hot chicks in high school. I didn't date anybody in high school. But I'm glad I didn't develop that. I'm glad I realized when I realized I was shy because I was superficial. You know, shyness, by the way, is superficial and vain. You think everybody's looking at you, talking about you, thinking about you. You can't even walk through a room without wondering what people are thinking about you. See, I've been there. And I realized, damn, I'm really stuck on myself. If you're shy, you're really stuck on yourself. You're stuck up. And a lot of shy people get mistook for stuck up. I suggest you drop that nonsense and grow real personality. I went through the change. You can do the same thing. Okay. All right. So you got the title of the show. On my other channel, I put up an assignment for my guys on my forum. If you're on my forum, you've got a conversation assignment. Also listen to the conversation example. I actually learned something new about Jovina. My personal clients is I'm having Jovina sit to the side when she's around, and I give them a scenario, and I have them approach her and to test her and work on their conversation skills. It's working wonderful. I'm actually able to help guys get that smoothness in conversation that a player actually has. As a player, you need to be able to be real smooth in your conversation. So go to my other channel, listen to me. And then I asked Jovina, has my conversation skills changed since you first met me? And I was like that back then, smooth, okay? You need to be able to talk to girls in any situation, any environment, any event. You need to be able to come up with a way to open her up. Because I always say to girls that give me eye contact, I don't do the whole chasing thing. It always surprises me that I still have guys on my channel or that I'm working with that still do hoe chasing. Like one fellow I'm working with, you know, he had reverted back to hoe chasing, and he went to a club and he actually hoe chased one chick. And then I asked him, you know, what'd you learn from that? Frustration. And he's a good-looking guy, right, Latin lover? So if you've got youth on your side and you're not doing anything with your life, hey, it's a numbers game. Spin the wheel, see where you land. She might like you if you step over. That's the hard part. When someone is above an 8, they do pretty well at hoe chasing. The hotter you are, the better you'll do at that. The less rejections you will get. And that's hard to tell some of the people that I work with that, you know, you're not really on their level. So you might want to just, you know, you're attractive, but you're not on that level. And you might just want to, you know, wait for some chicks to choose you first. That's really hard to tell guys. And I see why I'm not liked in this community. I'm not liked by the PUAs because I speak out against what they talk about with hoe chasing. I wish I didn't have that in me, but I want to save you guys all the pain so you build good confidence. It's debilitating to your confidence to get constant rejection. Plus, I know the metaphysical side of it. And that's where they fall down. They don't even care about the metaphysical side of constant rejection, what it does to your universe around you. That's the difference, okay? I'll be back later on. I think I'm gonna go camping today. Jovina's brother has a roommate now, the guy that's been staying there, and he had a hookup with a butcher. And he came in with this big slab of New York steak. So we cut 4 off for us and 4 for him. And I think I'm gonna go camping today. I watched a lot of the bushcrafting videos. I'm not gonna do a caveman style. You know, I don't know why you Euro people throw your steak on the fire. You know, just toss it on the coals, man. And then you brush. I can't do that. I got to cook mine on a fucking grill there, brothers. I can't go that wild and nature and natural. You know, at least cook that shit on a spit or something, man. What the fuck? So, fellas, you guys have a good morning. I'll be back later on. Try to get back before I go out camping.